The time has finally arrived. Today is the day I start the process of turning this normal 1997 Toyota RAV4 into a RAV4x4. And I'm going to kick things off by installing a lift kit. Now, while I'm really excited about this project, it's also a little bit daunting because I have no idea how to make one of these DIY kind of fix-it-up car videos. So I thought I'd do the only sensible thing and just completely rip off all the other successful YouTubers already in this category. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the video. What's up, everybody? My name is Drew and welcome to today's episode. If you're new to the channel, make sure to mash that subscribe button and don't forget to share and like. On today's episode, we're going to be putting a lift kit on this RAV4. But before we do that, we've got to clear space in the garage, get this thing out of there, get the RAV4 in there, and let's do that through the magic of editing. Let's get started. For no particular reason, I've decided to start with the rear suspension first. So let's cue the music and get to work. So now it's probably a good time to outline what I'm going to be doing with this part of the project. As you can see, I have taken off the wheel and I've got a jack supporting the lower control arm. I've already hit the bolts down here with some penetrating fluid. I'm waiting for that to sit because they've been on there for a while and I assume they're not going to be easy to get off. Once that's done, it's magic. I have to remove this strut here. There's a bolt in the trunk on the top, and then I got to remove that, and then I should be able to lower this slowly and the spring should come out, and then the installation will just be the reverse of that. That sounds a little bit too easy. I doubt it'll go that way, but hey, let's give it a shot. So the next thing I'm going to do is try to get this lower bolt off. So wait. Oh, what do you know? All the ringing in my ears. Okay, that's not worked either. Let's try muscle. Aha! All right, now we know we can get that out, I think. All right, well, we got lucky with that. That lower bolt came out easier than I expected it to. Now we have to get the top bolt out, which is actually in the car, and it's hidden behind this little patch here. You can see it's right there. It's all dusty, but it's not rusty. And there's a couple of nuts to get off and a washer. And once we have that out, hopefully we can just drop the whole thing, including the spring out. Fingers crossed. That should be it. All right, now I'm pretty sure the next step is just to remove this shock absorber and then lower the control arm to get the spring out. And for that, I'm going to use my favorite tool in the toolbox and see if I can. Well, let's try my second favorite tool in the toolbox. Please. Okay, we get it spring out. Look at that. Oh, come on, spring. All right. Why would you not want to come off? One shock removed. Oh. All right, now it is time for reassembly. I've got my new spring here, and as you can see, it is only slightly taller than this spring, but if you notice, it's got more coils and it's thicker, so this is going to make the car ride a little bit higher once the weight's on it. So there's a specific way, the start of the spring, there's little slots, so hopefully I can't screw that up. This will go in first, and then I've got a new shock absorber, and we'll put that in next. So let's go ahead and start the reassembly process. Come on, spring. Come on, spring. Come on, spring. Oh no. Lost an E from repeat. Persuasion liquid. Oh, look at that. Well, that was easy, dare I say? All right, well, the reason my face is all dirty and looks ridiculous is because this side is now done. We've done some work on the car. We have one corner lifted. Now it's on to the other side. I don't want to bore you guys with that, so I'll catch you on the front end. Okay, I've wrapped up the rear end. I've got both new springs and shocks on the back, and I've actually already done one of the front struts and springs just so I can figure out what I'm doing before I go on camera. So now it's on to the driver's side wheel, and let's get to business. All right, the front starts just the same way as the back. We've got the car in the air, it's on jack stands, the wheels are blocked. So now it's time to take off the lug nuts and remove the front wheel. With the wheel removed, we can see all the inner workings behind here. We've got the brake line here that's held on by this one bolt to the bracket, and then there's two other bolts holding the bottom of the strut to the steering knuckle, and then there's three more bolts up top we have to undo. But we got to start with the brake line here, and then we'll get to these two and then to the top. So let's get cracking. And I forgot to mention, before we get to these bolts, the steering knuckle kind of flops off once it is unbolted, so you want to support this so you don't put too much strain on the brake line. So I'm going to do that with this strap I have here, and it should be good to go. Okay, here are those top bolts I've been talking about. There's three of them. It connects to the top of the strut assembly and the spring. And once I get these out, the whole thing will just drop out from the wheel well here. Hit them with some penetrating fluid, so hopefully they're not too stuck on there. Not too bad. Back under we go. All right, we're now back under the car, and we just have to remove these two bolts. There's the top one. Bottom just slides out like that. And then we can hopefully break this free. There it is. One old strut and spring. Just to show you the difference again, this is the old strut we just took out. You can see it's kind of this kind of dinky looking spring, and here is the Old Emu spring, which is thicker and more coil, so that'll give us the extra lift. I've also done, these are just OEM struts on here. I've already had them assembled. They've got new everything because these are just perish beyond belief. So this is a whole unit ready to go in, so let's put it in. So as you'd expect, the installation is just the reverse of taking everything apart. First, I'm going to put the three bolts through the top. I'm going to tighten the nuts on that to suspend it, and then I'll put in the other bolts. I'll torque these to spec, and then I will torque the top ones to spec after that. So here we go. I'm just going to quickly torque the top one to spec. Reinstall the bracket for the brake line. That's on there snug. Remove our safety strap. All right, now is the moment of truth on its lift kit for the first time. Let's see if the wheels fall off. Look at that. Looking mean. So I'm an idiot and forgot to measure the rear wheels before I put on the lift kit, but I did manage to measure the front. It was 31 inches before. Now we are sitting at 32. 1 inch. The lift kit is on. It surprisingly didn't cause me too many fits, and I'd love to show you what it looks like, but unfortunately I've now worked through the night, so it's too dark to show you what it is, so it'll just have to wait till the morning. All right, guys, it's actually a couple days later. I have obviously changed, but more importantly, so has my RAV4. In addition to the lift kit, I was also able to get on the mud tires, so now it looks, well, let me show you. And so Project RAV4x4 is finally starting to take shape. Now that I've got the lift kit installed and the tires mounted, I'm going to move on to a custom vinyl wrap that's going to pay tribute to Toyota off-road racing legend Ivan Ironman Stewart. And you also notice that my spare tire is missing, and that's because I'm doing a custom paint job on that too. Now, once we finish all of that, I'm going to move on to the KC driving lights, and unfortunately a bit of mechanical repair again. When I had the tires off for the lift kit, I noticed that the brakes are a little bit far past it for my liking, so I'm just going to go ahead and replace all of them so there's no issues at all. And then once we get all of that done, we can finally get this thing off-road and see what she can do. And if you want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and as always, thanks for watching.